Meet Steve. Steve drives a truck. He's been doing that for 20 years. But like many people in the UK, Steve has just lost his job, and that makes Steve really sad. Steve heard that people need plumbers. Plumbers need training, so Steve goes out on the hunt for vocational training in his local area. He hops on a computer and he searches online for plumbing courses in his local area of Newham. And straight away, he's hit and inundated by loads of different choices. So he spends time going from page to page to page, having so many different choices. Now this is a major problem for Steve, because he doesn't use the web very often, and this becomes extremely frustrating, as he can't seem to find something that is relevant to his needs. And he spends hours and hours and hours looking for a course that just doesn't seem to happen. And this is where CourseHorse comes in. So, how does it work? Steve selects his ideal job and the area he lives in. Then, he is provided with a list of skills and qualifications that he needs. Once he selects the appropriate option, he is then shown a range of courses in his local area. He can also then use additional filters and options at this point to narrow his search. He then fills out his personal information, and then he is enrolled onto the course. At this point, he can also recommend a friend. We then send Steve the relevant course information and send his details to the provider. CourseHorse provides a unique compare-the-market solution that allows Steve to have a tailored user experience to compare both government-approved and independent providers. He is also able to directly enroll onto his course and see the funding streams available, which our competitors do not provide. Just as easily, Steve could have also become a hairdresser or a chef. Our platform has the potential to impact and support the 2.57 million people like Steve who are unemployed across the UK.
Let's take a look at the stakeholders in the CourseHorse business strategy. First, partnerships with councils and job centers will allow these agencies to fund this initiative in reducing skills shortages. For course providers with spare capacity, our site increases enrollment revenue at a small marginal cost, from which lead generation can be negotiated. Lastly, CourseHorse can broker loans between users and creditors for courses, such as the government's professional and career development loans. Here is a tentative 3-year financial plan. In the first year, we anticipate that we will register 10% of the unemployed individuals in 2 boroughs. With 10% commission on courses of £2,000, revenue will be £200,000 per borough. Deducting startup costs and company taxes, net profit will be £230,000. Working in 5 boroughs in the second year would yield a profit of £1.1 million. This means that with 10% equity in return for an initial £75,000, the investment will be covered in 18 months and doubled by the end of the second year. Our third year continues this trend in 15 boroughs. So we've shown you how this can empower Steve in his search for training and how the CourseHorse business could work. To be honest, we didn't realize how difficult it was to find and collate course information until we tried it ourselves. We think this could have a huge impact in improving individuals' employability and revolutionizing the skills training sector. On behalf of the CourseHorse team, thank you for watching.